Thank you for joining us. This is an e-mental health presentation about Bridge the Gap, and this presentation is provided by the Department of Health and Community Services in collaboration with the 4 regional health authorities in Newfoundland and Labrador. Today I will be highlighting the website and all the resources that are available on Bridge the Gap. My name is Wanda Green. I am the e-mental health manager with Eastern Health. Bridge the Gap is the Newfoundland and Labrador online mental health resource. I am going to take some time to highlight the resources that are available on the site to help familiarize yourself not only with the services, but also with navigating the site. First, I will review the resources and tell you a little bit about each of them. Then we will take some time and go to the website live so I can help familiarize you with navigating the resources that are listed there. So what is e-mental health? The Mental Health Commission of Canada defines e-mental health as mental health services and information delivered or enhanced through the use of internet and digital technology. We will be using the Mental Health Commission of Canada definition as they have been involved in the implementation of e-mental health services, not only in Newfoundland and Labrador, but all across Canada as well. So why do we use technology for mental health and addiction services? E-mental health provides high quality support and services based on extensive research and best practice. It is not designed nor intended to replace in-person services, especially if that is what is needed or what is preferred by the client. It just gives people more options and enhances access to services when and where they need it. In fact, there are more e-mental health choices now than ever before, and they allow people to have control over how and when they access information and support. E-mental health also encourages and allows people to get support in order to help minimize the impact of mental health issues on their personal life. This information and support is available to people regardless of where they live in the province. It is available 24/7, and all the resources that are listed on Bridge the Gap are available free of charge. If you live in a remote area of this province where services are limited and access to specialists are limited in particular, e-mental health options are helping to break down these barriers. We are all familiar with technologies such as those listed here: video conferencing, internet websites, mobile devices, wearables such as Fitbit, social media. Now we are focusing on how we can use this wide range of technology to support and improve mental health. Applications to support mental health are constantly being developed and are being used in many different avenues of technology. So hopefully, with the variety of resources and options that are listed through Bridge the Gap, there will be something that will be suitable for everyone. The e-mental health team, of which I am one of 4 in this province, and we have a provincial coordinator at the Health and Community Services Department, we are constantly researching new technologies and updating resources for Bridge the Gap. So this is the landing page of Bridge the Gap, and Bridge the Gap is the go-to site for residents of this province who are looking for online mental health services and information. As you can see here, the site is divided into an adult and a youth section. It is available to anyone at no cost on a computer, tablet, or phone. Other provinces also use Bridge the Gap, so you will need to select Newfoundland and Labrador as the region when you go to the website, and we will demonstrate that when we go to the live page. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about how Bridge the Gap is organized. The main features of Bridge the Gap include a service directory, a knowledge center or an information booth, which is on our youth side, a Get Inspired or MySpace, online programs, and a toolbox. The service directory is where people can read about and locate mental health and addiction services that are in their local area. The section lists information about mental health and addiction programs in the regional health authorities, but also local community agencies that are in their area. The Knowledge Center is in the adult section, and the information booth in the youth section contains information about topics of interest such as stress, depression, suicide, bullying, and that's just to name a few. Information is continuously being added to the Knowledge Center and information booth. The Get Inspired or MySpace section provides opportunities for people to share with others and to explore their creativity. For example, the Knowledge Center or information booth, you can post art, maybe a favorite book that has helped you in your recovery or in your mental wellness. Coping tips can be found and be added, as well as read about. You can hear about other people's mental health journeys and strategies that have worked for them. I would like to add that Bridge the Gap is very committed to ensuring that every resource and everything that is posted on our site is through the eyes of the service provider, through the eyes of the recipient. So Channel is working very collaboratively with everything that's posted on Bridge the Gap, reviews and approves things that go posted on our site. Another major group of resources on Bridge the Gap is to look at the online programs. The online programs include wellness webinars, additional programs that we'll talk about more in the presentation. And it highlights opportunities for people to work through their mental wellness journey using resources that they can access through the internet. If that is not the best choice for them, if they would prefer different options, they also can learn about those options on Bridge the Gap. Through our online programs, we will highlight a lot of them here today. You will see great information and tips for dealing with stress, anxiety, depression, grief, loss, parenting, pandemic, COVID-related information and how it impacts our mental health, and how to engage in self-care. That's just some of the ideas of what you will find on our service directory or our online programs. Lastly, the toolbox provides links to resources and self-help activities. For example, there's a list of wellness apps, tips on how to stay physically active, relaxation strategies, as well as mindfulness activities. Those are the main features of the menu on Bridge the Gap. Our service directory, our knowledge center, our Get Inspired, our outline of online programs, and the toolbox. I'm going to take some time specifically to look at online programs that are available on Bridge the Gap, because those are the programs that you, in your capacity as 811 workers, may often be referring potential clients to or asking them to review or access. Wellness Together Canada is a federally funded program which was created in response to the mental health and substance use concerns that came about due to COVID-19. Services range from basic wellness information to one-on-one sessions with a counselor, or to participating in a community of support. These resources are aimed at motivating and supporting Canadians in their wellness journey. Wellness Together Canada believes that mental health is a journey, not a destination. And all of the resources that are available on our Wellness Together website is a resource supporting Canadians on their wellness journey. TAO, or Therapy Assistance Online. Newfoundland and Labrador was the first province in Canada to launch TAO provincially. TAO has similar outcomes as traditional therapy, with the goal to being reducing anxiety and overall improving global mental health and life functioning. Research conducted in large university counseling centers shows that people who use TAO compared to treatment as usual or in-person treatment had greater reduction in anxiety and greater improvement in global mental health, life functioning, and their sense of well-being. TAO is an online cognitive behavioral therapy platform with a wide variety of programs tailored for people aged 16 years of age and older. ICBT is best practice treatment that is being delivered through TAO. This program offers treatment for mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, addiction, and those are just to name a few. There are over 200 sessions with amazing coping strategies on TAO that you can use to enhance coping or as part of your own self-care routine. TAO is currently available to over a million individuals in Canada and the US. For residents of our province here in Newfoundland and Labrador, there are two ways to participate in TAO, and both of these options are highlighted on Bridge the Gap. First, you can use TAO as a self-help tool. It is available free to anyone in Newfoundland and Labrador, and you can sign up through the website on Bridge the Gap. You can start exploring the content of TAO once you create an account at your own pace, deciding what you want to explore and how you want to use the platform. TAO is also a platform that pairs online learning with clinician assistance. So you can read, watch, and complete the online material at your own pace, and you can supplement that by meeting one-on-one with one of our mental health clinicians, virtually or in person. And the goal of that one-on-one supplemented TAO would be to help the individual apply the TAO learnings to their own individual situation. So TAO then is a customized treatment plan for individuals. In order to work with a clinician and do therapist-assisted TAO, you have to be referred, or you have to access it through our mental health and addiction teams located at various sites throughout the province. A referral is not necessary. You can simply call the mental health and addiction site. You can connect there and explore the option of getting some assistance with your TAO experience. So it's very customizable. Check It Out NL is an online anonymous self-screening tool for individuals 18 years of age and older. So if you are concerned about your mental health or the mental health of someone you care about, you or that person can complete a screener through Bridge the Gap. Completing the screener tool can be a great way to check in with yourself and a quick way to determine what your next step should be. The screeners are completed anonymously and confidentially, and you can complete them as often as you like. They are scored and you give an immediate feedback. These are not diagnostic tools because only a trained professional can diagnose a disorder, but they are there to help people determine if they are experiencing symptoms of a particular disorder, or to offer suggestions as to what their next step could be. At the end of the screener, further services are suggested. Completing a screening tool can be very helpful if you're struggling to understand what you are experiencing or what your symptoms mean. It might help you better decide what the next step. And Check It Out NL has screening tools for alcohol use, gambling, depression, anxiety, trauma, substance use, disordered eating, general well-being, psychosis, and adolescent depression. So as you can see, there are quite a variety of screening tools available through Check It Out NL. MindWell-U is a Canadian health tech firm based out of British Columbia. Newfoundland and Labrador was the first province in Canada to launch the 30-day mindfulness challenge that is a project of MindWell-U. Users who have completed the 30-day mindfulness challenge report a 99% increase in their ability to manage conflict. They reported an increase in their mental well-being and mental health, and an increase in their physical health. The 30-day mindfulness challenge is available through Bridge the Gap, where you can sign up for free. You don't need a referral. You can even invite a buddy to participate in the 30-day mindfulness challenge with you. MindWell-U offers several resources on mindfulness training, which includes the webinars and, as I've already mentioned, a 30-day mindfulness challenge. The challenge is unique because it teaches mindfulness in action. So busy people can learn to become more present and engaged in whatever it is they're doing. It only takes 5 to 10 minutes a day to complete, and you can complete and challenge yourself, or you can complete with a buddy, and work together supporting each other. The 30-day mindfulness challenge is a great way to introduce yourself to the concept of mindfulness, especially if it's a new concept. We know that mindfulness has a lot of benefits, including better emotional regulation, more focus, lower stress, and those are just to name a few of the benefits of mindfulness. Anyone can benefit from mindfulness, not just those who are experiencing a mental health challenge. The Strongest Families Institute is a not-for-profit corporation based out of Halifax, but with which we have a license a contract with to provide evidence-based services to children, youth, and families of our province. Telephone and online options are available for individuals aged 3 to 17 and their families who might be experiencing behavioral or mental health problems. The Strongest Families programs are very individualized and again based on cognitive behavioral therapy. Families receive skill-based information and material. It might be a physical handbook that they get in the mail, or they can use the online resources that are provided by the internet or an app. They can avail of weekly one-on-one coaching sessions over the phone, or there is an option for group-based programming. There are a number of programs that are offered by Strongest Families that are available here in Newfoundland and Labrador. The Parents Empowering Kids is a behavioral concerns program offered for 3 to 12 years of age, children 3 to 12 years of age. This program helps parents learn to deal with common childhood behavioral problems such as temper outbursts, not listening, verbal and physical aggression, and difficulties paying attention. Chase Worries Away and Defeat Anxiety are the anxieties programs offered by Strongest Families. These programs educate parents and children or youth about anxiety, teaches relaxation skills, and how to face worry in real life. They typically deal with difficulties separating from loved ones, worrying about performance, and specific fears that often come up for children. Dry Nights Ahead. This is a nighttime bedwetting program that is offered by Strongest Families. It's a group-based parent program to help resolve bedwetting issues. Residents of this province can self-refer to these programs by contacting Strongest Families or any professional who's working with families, such as doctors, counselors, guidance counselors, can make a referral on their behalf. An excellent resource. ICAN is another program of Strongest Families. The ICAN program supports young adults aged 18 and up in learning life skills to overcome anxiety and cope with major life stressors. The ICAN program can be completed in 3 to 4 months with weekly telephone contact. It can be a coached program. It can be completed by yourself as well, if that is your preference. You can do it in a one-on-one group, or you can do it one-on-one with a coach, or you can do it in a group format. Individuals can sign up by calling Strongest Families Institute directly, and the number is listed right on Bridge the Gap website, or they can get referred to the ICAM program through the local mental health addictions services in our provinces. Strongest Families has many benefits. It strengthens coping skills for families. Hopefully there are benefits to not only the children, but the caregivers and parents involved. It is clinically proven to improve parental mood and stress. It's increased accessibility as exercises can be completed on your own schedule, and coaching sessions can take place during the evening time. The results for Strongest Families has been overwhelmingly positive, and Strongest Families is widely used by residents of this province. Breathing Room. The Breathing Room was developed by an Alberta organization called the Canadian Institute for Natural and Integrated Medicine. This was done in collaboration with the University of Calgary, Mount Royal University, Alberta Health Services, and with input from over 100 young people. It's an 8-module program that you can complete online or use an app at your own pace. Breathing Room was clinically tested with youth 13 to 24 years of age, and it was found to significantly lower depression severity. The Breathing Room teaches coping strategies and techniques to manage stress, anxiety, depression, and build resilience. Again, this service is available on Bridge the Gap, free of cost, requires no referral, and the link to join the program is located on Bridge the Gap. Breaking Free is for people 16 years of age and older. It is a self-help program that you can access 24/7 on any device. It is proven to be effective in helping people cut down on their drinking or drug use, or to quit completely. The program is totally confidential. There's no waiting time, so you can immediately start working towards your own personal substance use goals. We are very happy to add Breaking Free to our suite of services available through Bridge the Gap. Well Central. Well Central is a project of the Canadian Mental Health Association. It develops interactive online courses that empower individuals to take control of their recovery and well-being. The Well-Being course is one course that has been developed by Well Central. It is designed to assist people to achieve a greater level of mental health and well-being and life satisfaction. There are 8 modules of the Well-Being course, can take approximately 30 minutes per module, and again can be completed at your own pace. Wellness webinars are a resource that has locally recorded information sessions on various mental health topics, recorded and available on Bridge the Gap. It provides information and skills to improve coping and give quality information in one easy location. The wellness webinar sessions can be viewed anytime at your own convenience and are linked directly on Bridge the Gap. Some of the topics included in our wellness webinars include anxiety, depression, coping with stress, parenting 101, grief and loss, harm reduction, suicide awareness, self-care during a pandemic, parenting during a pandemic. So as you can see, there are a variety of topics that are available on our wellness webinars. People can view these recordings at their own leisure at a time and place that's convenient for them. Now I'm going to highlight a few helplines that are valuable resources that we highlight on Bridge the Gap. The Smokers Helpline offers smoking cessation services by phone, email, and text. The Smokers Helpline have many resources and interactive tools on their website, as well as a web app called Kick-Ash. They also offer an online chat and group program to help people quit smoking. They help teach tips and strategies to achieve the goal related to smoking cessation. The Mental Health Crisis Line is our provincial mental health line, which offers free, confidential telephone support for individuals who are experiencing a mental health crisis. This support is available 24/7. The Mental Health Crisis Line is staffed by trained local clinicians and provides individuals with crisis intervention and possibly a referral to local services or even getting immediate emergency services available to people in need. The Mental Health Crisis Line number is listed on every page. It's almost a header. It's a header almost of every page on Bridge the Gap. The Kids Help Phone is a free 24/7 anonymous helpline for children, youth, and young adults. This phone line is a very, very valuable resource, and it's there for those who need to connect with professionals by phone, live chat, online, and they have an always there chat app. They help support young people with a variety of issues such as bullying, stress, relationship, you name it. The Crises Text Line is also a national line that is powered by the Kids Help Phone. It is for children, youth, and also for adults. Anyone of any age can utilize the crisis text service by texting TALK to 686868. They will be connected to a volunteer service provider who will help them with any issue, big or small. They've also developed a text line for healthcare professionals and essential workers during the COVID pandemic. This line is called For the Front Lines, and it can be accessed by texting Frontline to 741-741. Some reasons people may reach out to the crisis text lines because they're having a high stress, maybe a panic attack, fight with a partner, thoughts of suicide or self-harm, dealing with grief or loss, fear, anger. You may just want an unbiased, trained professional to talk to. Maybe you want to get some quick coping strategies, or just maybe you need to be connected to local services. The crisis line is highly utilized, and they complete approximately 4 to 6 rescues per day through the Kids Helpline. A very valuable service. We also have a gambling helpline in the province. The gambling helpline is available 24/7 to anyone experiencing a problem or is negatively impacted by gambling, even including family or friends who may be impacted by gambling. The helpline provides information resources, and crisis intervention. And again, the number is listed on Bridge the Gap. The Hope for Wellness line offers immediate mental health counseling and crisis intervention to all Indigenous people across Canada. It is available 24/7. You can call the toll-free helpline at the numbers listed here, or you can visit their website. You can use a chat box to connect with a culturally competent counselor online. Phone or chat counseling is also available in English and French. And on request, phone counseling can also be available in Cree, Ojibwe, or Inuktitut. Another valuable resource, it's not a telephone line. Well, it is a telephone line, sorry. You can call the Provincial Mental Health and Addictions Navigator. And this is a position that is a provincial position. It's Barry Hewitt. He is located within Eastern Health, therefore he has an Eastern Health email address. However, his service is provincial. The navigator position is dedicated as a central point of contact for individuals or families in Newfoundland and Labrador. As Barry himself says, it's his job to know all about all mental health and addiction services everywhere in the province. Barry is available Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, and he can be reached by calling directly and toll-free or by email. Finally, the Warm Line offers non-emergency, non-crisis telephone support for people in the province living with mental health issues, as well as their loved ones. Channel offers the support to anyone needing a non-judgmental listener. They have trained peer supporters who have firsthand knowledge, and their motto is, "We understand because we've been there." The Warm Line, as I've said, is organized by Channel, the Consumer Health Awareness Network of Newfoundland and Labrador. It is available 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. The Warm Line has been well utilized in this province, and we are very, very happy to have that service available for us. Now let's move to the landing page of Bridge the Gap, and I am going to have to stop sharing for just a moment while we go directly to the Bridge the Gap page. You will see here this is just a screenshot of the landing page. But when you go to bridgethegap.ca, you will probably be directed to the Canadian site, and you will be asked to select your location or your region. And that's very important because there are other regions of the province who are using Bridge the Gap, or other regions of the country who are using Bridge the Gap. And it's important that we identify Newfoundland and Labrador in order to see the resources that we have available here. So, bear with me while I get another page up for you. Okay, you should be seeing the Bridge the Gap website page. And as I've said, this is our landing page. It is nl.bridgethegap.ca. If you've just put in bridgethegap.ca, you will receive the Canadian site. and will be asked to select your location. If you hover over the Newfoundland and Labrador location, you can change the region if you wanted to look at one of the other sites, but for now we're definitely going to stick with Newfoundland and Labrador. As you can see, it has two sides or versions, the adult and the youth side. And for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to bridge the gap through the adult side. You will see on Bridge the Gap, you will have the menu bar, which we've just highlighted, the service directory, knowledge center, the Get Inspired, online programs, and toolbox. You will also see a scrolling banner across the top where we highlight featured services Bridge the Gap. I'll just scroll through some of those for you. The Wall of Hope, some general scrolling tools, the breathing room, which we've talked about. There's a National Indian Residential School Crisis Line, which we highlighted in light of the residential school crisis situation in Canada. We try to keep these resources in our scrolling bar current to what's happening in our world today. There's TAO, some information about COVID-19. And so the scrolling bar tends to change from time to time, but those are the highlights of features on Bridge the Gap. If we go into the service directory, I will just demonstrate for you. Service directory is divided by tags. If you were searching for something related to a particular topic, you could highlight the tags. And if you were looking to find out where our doorways, walk-in counseling services are located in the province, you could click on that tag and it will take you to a list of doorways. Then you can further search down if you want to search for region. For example, what doorways locations are there in Eastern Health? You click the Eastern Health tab and it will give you a list of all of our doorways locations in the Eastern Health region. And that information is available for every regional health authority of the province. Also under our service directory, you can search under emergency services, frequently used services, or if you wanted to just search by regional services, you can search by your regional health authority. You will find that on our Eastern Health tab or on the Central or Western Lab Grenfell tab, there may be some overlap in services because some of our services are provincial services, so they would be listed on all 4 regional services. Our Knowledge Center, that's where you can search by topic again. If you are looking for information on something related to, let's say, depression, you can go into our Knowledge Center. Here you will find a summary about depression. What is depression? How do I know if I'm depressed? How can I seek help for depression? There's a video, but people with depression can and do lead healthy, happy, productive lives. There may be links to other videos. There may be some really reputable, well researched links, the Canadian Mental Health Association, or you may find recent or current articles, or maybe just relevant articles related to topics of depression. So that's under our Knowledge Center. Our Get Inspired section is your opportunity, or is the consumer's opportunity, to share their experience with other Bridge the Gap users. So for example, if you are a user of Bridge the Gap, you've had your own experience with mental wellness journey, and you want to post or submit something for consideration, maybe a book that was extremely helpful, a piece of art that you completed that was inspiring to you or someone else, maybe music, other videos, you can submit things through the Get Inspired section. Just go into the Wall of Hope, and there's some submissions. Get through anything. Put your mind to it one day at a time. Just little inspiration. And those are inspirations that have come from residents of our province. They submit their item to Bridge the Gap. It is reviewed by Channel, our consumer network, and then it is approved for posting on Bridge the Gap. Just going to skip over the online programs briefly. We'll come back to that. And I just want to go to the toolbox. And the toolbox is where we list activities, games, links to other websites that may be very helpful. We've talked about the benefits of mindfulness. We have peer support, so relaxation to anything. Relaxation is another. So links to anything that we think are helpful or have been helpful to people in the past. We have report a bug. So if you find a link that's not working, maybe a link that's broken, or you get an error, there's an opportunity for people to report that. An opportunity for people to have their say. We're always looking for feedback about Bridge the Gap, content, that sort of thing. And that's our toolbox. So now we'll go back to the online program. And if I select the online program, this is where you will find most of the online programs that I have currently talked about. Here's our Strongest Families Institute, Children and Learning programs, Children and Youth programs. We have the adult program, which was the I Can we talked about. We talked about Breaking Free, which is a very new and valuable resource for people who are trying to cut down on their drinking or drug use, or maybe even quit completely. It's a very interactive tool. As you can see, it's sign up for free. Someone once said it's like having a therapist in your pocket. Wellness Together Canada, which is the resource we talked about as the federally funded resource that came about as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. So there are access to one-on-one counseling available right here by clicking Wellness Together Canada. Then there's TAO, or Therapy Assistance Online. This is with a counselor. And further down, you will see the self-help version of TAO. It's in French and English. You can learn more. You can sign up. With a counselor, as I already said, just a reminder that that needs to go through our mental health addiction program sites across the region, but it's just a matter of dialing, connecting, and asking to be signed up for TAO with a counselor. Check it out in L, the self-screening tools that we've talked about. You can complete a screening right here, or you can just learn more about it and maybe decide later to complete a screening. As I said, you get immediate feedback. The 30-day mindfulness challenge, this is where you sign up. And once you have an account for the mindfulness challenge, you have access to a lot of resources through MindWell-U. Here's our TAO self-help. You can sign up for TAO self-help. You get immediate access to all the content of TAO. You can peruse, you can complete at your own pace, whatever works best for you. The Breathing Room is the online self-managed program for people who are managing stress. It's a very, very valuable tool. So as you can see, there are lots of options. So if you are dealing with anxiety, you have many, many options. Well Central is the wellness course that they provide, 8 modules for completing the wellness webinars that are available through Well Central. Then we have a list of support groups, and by support groups we are specifically highlighting things like Channel, AA, Smokers Helpline, Narcotics Anonymous. So those are listed as available to anyone in this province. And one time we used to think if there wasn't an AA group happening at your local community center, then you did not have access, but AA is available to people online to attend virtual groups. This is our wellness webinar series that I mentioned, and some of the topics that are available on our wellness webinar. This demonstration of Bridge the Gap, which shows you how to maneuver Bridge the Gap, is available in a recorded webinar here. Welcome to Anxiety Wellness Session, Depression Wellness Session, Coping with Stress Wellness Session, Parenting 101, Grief and Loss, Harm Reduction, Substance Use Wellness Session. This presentation or a review of some of our resources that are available on Bridge the Gap is recorded and posted here. Parenting in a Pandemic is posted. Self-care during a pandemic. The Brain Story is a resource that's available here. And the Brain Story discusses the story about what shapes our brain development and impacts the risk for mental health issues, including substance use. We have Kevin's story, which is suicide awareness session, very valuable resource. We have a presentation on binge eating disorder. So as you can see, a lot of effort, time has gone into developing our wellness webinars. And as I said, we're always looking for new suggestions. Then we have a list of the helplines, and you can search for any of those resources that I already talked about here. That's the main navigational tools you'll need to know about Bridge the Gap. Service directory is if you're looking for a particular service. Knowledge Center is topical information. Get Inspired is where you post. Our online programs are where we highlight virtual options for mental health intervention. I hope this presentation has answered a lot of your questions about Bridge the Gap and about the resources that are available. I thank you so much for your time and wish you all the best. Have a great day.